Well, welcome everybody to our online program on addiction and recovery from the Sunshine Coast Health Center up here in Powell River, BC. And our topic is tragic optimism. And the term tragic optimism comes from Viktor Frankl. And if you remember, because we've talked about Frankl before in the online program, he was a great German psychiatrist who came up with the idea that the most fundamental motivation that any human being has was to go on and live a meaningful life. And his book, Man's Search for Meaning, sold millions of copies, became a bestseller, and actually continues to be a bestseller today. But Frankl's idea of tragic optimism, this is really applicable to people who are in recovery from addictions. Because the idea of tragic optimism says that you could be optimistic about your life. You could have hope for the future in spite of the horrible suffering that you've endured. So optimism, according to Frankl, was not necessarily about being happy or being comfortable. It was something deeper than that. And so we thought we'd take some time in our online program to give you a sense of what Frankl was talking about. And one of the things that Frankl said is that you could take this suffering that you've endured and somehow change it so it became a way of achieving a sense of accomplishment, of somehow overcoming this and growing stronger because of it. And this idea of taking suffering and rather than being destroyed by it, to use it to your benefit is a key aspect of tragic optimism. So for example, we know that the way people grow as human beings, it's not because life is all smooth and there are no bumps in the road. No, people grow because they face challenges and obstacles in their life. They have this tough thing that they have to confront, and somehow they manage to overcome it. And there are lots of real life stories of this. Probably some of the more graphic ones would be someone like Terry Fox or Christopher Reeve, the actor. These people have been confronted with this terrible suffering in their life, but somehow have taken this suffering and grown because of it. This is one of the things about the addiction, and Frankl would have agreed with this totally, is that the experience of suffering you endured, you can use that to your benefit if you choose. It's always a choice. I mean, you could choose to be destroyed by it, but you could also choose to use it as a catalyst to go on and live a better life than you could have beforehand. So this idea of tragic optimism, that you could overcome suffering by using it to your advantage, is really a key aspect, I think, for most people in recovery, because all addicts have gone through hell. And so the key is, how do you turn that to your advantage? How do you use this as a sense of achievement? And that's it for this time, and we'll be back next time with another aspect of tragic optimism.